Hey guys, what's up? Eric here, and today I'm going to show you a really cool animation effect for your health bars. You'll see that I have a health bar right here. I have 1,000 health, and I have two options for damage and heal. If I click my damage button a couple times, you'll see that my health bar sort of does a little animation effect that reduces it until the proper amount that I have left. If I heal myself, then it will go back up. So it's kind of reversing what we just did there. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to teach you how to make this really cool animation effect that makes your games look a little bit smoother instead of choppy, instead of it going instantly to how much health you have left. Kind of gives you that little animation. So to do this, we're going to start a new document, ActionScript 2.0, setting the width to 300 and the height to 300. I like to keep my frame rate at 36 frames per second. Keeps the animations looking really smooth. You can hit OK there. First thing we're going to do is make our health bar background. I'm going to make it right here, and I'm going to call it HP bar BG. This will be a movie clip, and the registration point does not matter. You can hit OK to that, and I'm going to place this in the center of the stage. There we go. Now you can drag a copy of that and break it apart and make it green. I'm going to call this HP bar, and then I'm going to set the registration point to the left so that it scales to the left. Alright, the next thing we need to do is make a static text. It'll say health. Put that right there, and then I can drag a copy of that, make it dynamic text. Stretch that and delete everything in it and give it a variable name of health text, capital T. Alright, so now the next thing we need to do is make two buttons for damage and heal. So I'm going to make a couple buttons here. I'm going to grab my text tool, say damage. There we go. And I'm going to convert this to a symbol. I'm going to call damage button. Make it a button movie clip, and the registration point doesn't matter, but I'm going to put it in the center anyways. Put that in the center of the stage, drag a copy of it, break it apart. I'm going to say heal, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to convert it to a symbol. I'm going to call it heal button instead. I'm going to make sure it's a button, registration point does not matter, and there we go. So we're done with the design process. First thing we need to do is go into our actions of our first frame here, and we need to set 4 different variables. The first variable is going to be called health. This will be a number, and it will be set to 100 for this tutorial. The next variable we need to set is max health, short for maximum health, and this will also be 100. You can change it to whatever you want. We're going to have a script that automatically scales our health bar to however much health you want. So you could have 1,000,000 health, or just anything you want. Underneath that we need to say damage taken, and this will be our third variable, and it's going to be set to 0 as a number. Underneath that we need to say heal taken, and that will also be a number, and it will be set to 0 as well. So what these do, damage taken for example, whenever I click the damage button, it will make a random number between 10 and 50. So it will take that number and it will put it right here. Then we'll have a continuous loop that subtracts that amount, and it will reduce damage taken by 0.1 so that it gives us that rolling animation effect. What we need to do now is make that continuous loop, except for now we're only going to make it so that it displays how much health we have left. And to do this, we're going to say on enter frame equals function, parentheses, bracket. Inside here we're going to say health text, which is the name of our text box here, and that's going to be set to health plus quotation / quotation plus max health, and I'll throw a semicolon in there. So if you test the movie, you'll see that we have 100 out of 100. The next thing we need to do is make our health bars scale to however much health we have. So inside of there, we're going to say on clip event enter frame, and we'll say this dot underscore x scale equals underscore root dot health divided by underscore root dot max health times 100, and that will make it scale to however much health we have left, no matter what our maximum health is. So if I set this to 1,000, and we'll say we have 200 health, it will make it go to 2/10 of what our health really is. So you can see that we have 200 out of 1,000. Alright, so I'm going to change this to, let's go with 100, back to what we had, and there we go. So once we take care of that, the next thing we need to do is have our code inside of our buttons that makes that random number for damage taken and heal taken. So let's go into our damage button. We'll say on release, and inside here we need to say _root.damage taken plus equals. Now we're adding this value because if we click it multiple times, we want it to total that amount and then subtract it from the health. So we're adding, and it will be a random number, and we want it to be between 10 and 50, so we're going to say random 40 plus 10. So what this means is where it's going to pick up a random number between 0 and 40, but no matter what, we're going to be adding 10, so it would always be between 10 and 50. So there is our code there. You can copy that, paste it into heal, and just change this to heal. So there we go, and you can change this to whatever you want. So that will change our variables to that random number. The last thing we need to do is make it so that it subtracts the damage taken or heal taken from the health. So to do this, we're going to say health minus equals damage taken times 0.1, so that it goes down a little slow, but it doesn't go down too fast. But you can have it set to whatever you want. Underneath that, we need to say damage taken minus equals damage taken times 0.1, so it's subtracting that value from damage taken, so that our damage taken decreases and we're not permanently losing health, because that would not be good. So you can see if we test here and we click damage, it will just it will display a very large decimal number, and we don't want that. So to get rid of this, we're going to go back inside of our code here, and we're going to type integer, and we're going to put parentheses around our damage taken times 0.1, and that will make it so that the number displayed is an integer. So if I hit damage, there we go, and you can see I just took a bunch of health away. Alright, so underneath that, we can copy it and paste it, and anything that says damage you can change to heal. Except for in this bit we need to add health, so we'll just put a plus sign there, and then right here we'll say heal taken and heal taken, and you can see that if I damage and heal, it'll go back up. Alright, so I guess I could make a little script here that checks to see if our health is above 100 or less than 0. So we'll just do that real quick. We'll say _root.health is less than or equal to 0. Then we're just going to say _root.health equals 0. And we'll do the same thing for if it's greater than 100. So if health dot, or if _root.health is greater than or equal to 100, then we're going to say _root.health minus equals, or I mean, equals 100. There we go. So if we damage, it will not go below 0. And if I heal, it will not go above 100. So, yeah, so that is what I wanted to teach you guys. It's a pretty cool animation to use for your games, pretty cool trick. Most games today use it, so if you have a question or a comment, just go ahead and send me a message or just comment on the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I try to make videos every week. And other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial.